Welcome to the Theater of Others podcast. My name is Adam Marple, and I'm the co-artistic director of the Theater of Others. With the COVID-19 pandemic forcing a shutdown and reevaluation of space and gathering, we at the Theater of Others are thinking about what stories we need and how best we can share them. We believe space is psychology, and it informs the way in which an audience interacts and reacts to what is presented to them. We create uniquely theatrical events in bespoke sensory performance spaces crafted to encourage curiosity and grant the audience permission to commune with the play. Now that space has moved online, how can we encourage interaction and action amongst an audience virtually? The Theater of Others produces plays that both welcome and challenge the audience. We are committed to international collaboration and are a laboratory that helps artists grow through intensive study of their craft. The Theater of Others creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purpose of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task, and it requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? On the podcast today from Melbourne, Australia, are co-artistic directors Budi Miller and myself in Cairo, Egypt. This podcast contains explicit language.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Budi. I'm going solo today. Adam is working with the United Nations at the moment. And so I'm going to be doing a solo podcast, working on what I call the open heart soil. So we're going to do some work. So if you're not ready to do some work, take a pause and come back when you're ready. Find a place where you can be by yourself for the next 40 minutes. Uninterrupted, undistracted, just here with me and the sound of my voice and the exercise that we'll be doing. So it's called Open Heart Soil. This is an exercise that I developed from my work with my Ph.D. and dealing with the heart center. Michael Chekhov calls the heart center or the chest area the ideal center. It's also the center of the chakra system. I think I even spoke about it in my last solo podcast, and I think it bears repetition. Repetition's always a good thing, especially when training the body and getting the body prepared for a new energy system to be active inside of it. Okay, so what I want you to do is to envision your body having different energy centers. We're going to work on the 7 energy centers of the chakra system. So we'll start with the root, which is your anus, your sexual organs, the perineum between your anus and your sexual organs. And it's the color red. And imagine that it fills up with red, licorice colors, blood, ruby. And it begins to spill up into the rest of your pelvis. And as it spills up into your pelvis, going up through your pelvic bone, up towards your navel, it begins to turn color and becomes orange. Your belly is filling up with orange. Lower back is filling up with orange. And it's filling up to just the base of your ribs. And your ribs are like straws, so they begin to suck the liquid up through the ribs and it turns yellow. Filling up your diaphragm with yellow. And it begins to fill up even more and spill into your lungs. And becomes pink with little specks of green. Your lungs are pink with little specks of green, and then it spills into your heart and becomes full emerald green. So your whole chest is filled up with emerald green. And it begins to rise up towards the sternum. And it starts to turn into blue. Cobalt blue, very blue. Your throat is filled with this blue, charged liquid fluid. Your whole throat, your whole neck is blue. It spills into your chin and your mouth and your mandible, your jaw, filling up towards your cheeks, going right into your third eye, between your eyebrows. And it's indigo. And it spills right out of your third eye, indigo. Just spills right out of your third eye. And spills all around that plane towards the tops of your ears, all the way around to the upper part of your occipital lobe. And the top part of your skull is now white light. And it shoots right at the top of your head. White light shoots right at the top of your head. And imagine that all these energy centers are having a dialogue. They're communicating with each other as they spin. There's a relationship between all the centers. There's a symbiotic unity, a habitation inside of the whole organism. The whole body is having a communication, a dialogue. The whole body is witnessing itself. And notice how that affects your breath, your sense of touch, your sense of taste, your sight, your gaze. What do you hear? What do you smell? And as those senses get activated, notice what parts of your energy system wants to charge it. What part of your energy system wants to repel it? It doesn't have any meaning, it's just movement. It's just cause and effect. And you're just witnessing, noticing what's happening with your body and your breath and your imagination. Now imagine all of that energy is now spilling into your chest. right in the center where your heart is. And you can even put your palm right on your sternum, right where your heart is. And just feel the contact of your hand on whatever it's touching. I have long hair today and it's spilling in the front of my body so I can feel my braids. I can feel my jewelry. I can feel the hoodie that I'm wearing. And I'm not rubbing it. I'm just having a energetic connection. And now I'm going to imagine that my hand is now going through my clothing and it's touching my skin. It's a hair there. There's a little sprigs of hair in my imagination there. Remembering what that feels like when my shirt is off. But I'm just imagining that my hand is going through my clothing to my skin, feeling the warmth. And then my hand goes through my skin and it feels the sternum and it's like a smooth bulb. And then I reach my hand all the way inside my body and I grab my heart gently with kindness. And I can feel it beating in my hand. And I take my hand and let it go inside my heart into the upper right chamber. Are there any images there? What does it feel like up inside that part of the heart? And then let's slide over to the other side, to the left side, the upper left side of the heart. Is it different in there? And then slide back to the right side again. And notice the difference. Oh yeah, it's very different for me. Wow, you can even hear it in my voice. And then go back over to the left side. And imagine that light has now started to illuminate those areas. So that left side starts to illuminate with that white light. And it may not want to fully turn on. That's just fine. Just notice it. Then go to the right side. Turn the light on. And then go into the center of your heart. Are there any images there? Any sounds? How is it affecting your breathing? And as you go into the center of your heart, go all the way through your heart and go to the back bottom area of the heart. Still inside, but it's just at the back and the bottom. And let the light spill towards the left side of the back bottom part of the heart. And notice how you feel here. And notice if it's different than the other chambers that you were in. Notice if you feel a little bit more grounded. agitated? What is it? What happens when you let it affect your breath wherever you are at this moment? And if your eyes are closed, open your eyes. Become aware of your surroundings and really work on being in that center, bottom left back part of your heart. While you take in your surroundings, what happens as you take in the surroundings? Does it move to different parts of your heart? Does it move to different parts of your body? How can you really work on going back into that open heart? And I call this the open heart soil. So it's fecund. It's hearty. It feeds you and it feeds others. What does it feel like to work from this ideal center? What does it do to your stability? Your balance? Your breath? Your awareness? See, I can feel it moving just a bit. It's still in my chest, but it's kind of going up to that upper chamber again. But it's still in the heart. Investigate as if you're learning a new language. You're learning the new language of your heart, of your open heart soil. Keep breathing, feeding it oxygen. So now what we're going to do is I want you to find a place where you can just sit and be really comfortable. You can even lie down on your bed, on a cushion, any place where you can let yourself sink into gravity. Offer yourself to gravity. Letting whatever holds, whatever manipulations want to happen, to let go for now. And keep attempting to go back into that heart center as an exploration, as a new language. You can even put your hand back onto your chest. You can keep it there the whole time or take it away. It's up to you. Whatever's most comfortable for you. And take this as a moment for discovering what is happening for you today, this moment, right now. What does my body need today, this moment, right now? What is the information my heart wants to give me in this moment, today, right now? Now Dark's going to give you some music to listen to. And this music is about 20 minutes long. So really sit back and let the information of your open heart soil feed you, take you on a journey, take you on a ride. Let whatever images want to come and go. Take this as a moment for healing, rejuvenation, and inspiring your artist's heart, your actor's open heart soil. You know it's finished when you hear the ringing of my bell, and we'll come right back. come back from wherever you are. Come back, come back, come back. Oh. So whatever you experienced, it's just perfect. And I recommend you go and write at this moment. Go and write down whatever came through for you. In your journal, in your diary, write down what inspired, what came through, what images came through. Because you'll be able to repeat these once you write them down because it came from you. It came from you. So this is how you're going to be developing your understanding of your image world as it's generated from your own anatomy, your body, your energy system, your imagination, your impulses. So if you'd like to send us something in regards to how this experience was, if there's anything else you want to me to do on a solo podcast, let us know. You can let us know. You can send us an email at podcast@theaterofothers.com. That's podcast@theaterofothers.com. You can also leave a 60-second message on speakpipe.com/theaterofothers. That's speakpipe.com/theaterofothers. Or you can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram. We're on the gram, y'all. And you can send us smoke signals and and you can also get a copy of the music on Bandcamp. It was written and composed by our one and only Jack David Burmeister, the stereo sounds of JDB. It'll be in the show notes. And subscribe, y'all. If you like this content, if you want more of this content coming into your inbox every single week, we podcast every single week. Subscribe. And if you like us, give us 5 stars like my Uber driver does. You give me 5 star, I give you 5 star. 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Yeah, and give us a comment. If you like us, give us a comment. They really do help us out. And we're so happy that all of y'all have been a part of this journey with us and the work that we're doing and understand how important this work is. And so get on board. Get on board. Send us some provocations. Send us some questions. And Adam will be back. And I miss him so much. I'm sure he's doing really great. And I'm so happy you all took the time to find your open heart soil with me. Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Theater of Others podcast. Make sure to visit our website, theaterofothers.org, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. A special thank you to Purple Planet for the music you've heard. The Theater of Others creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purposes of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task and requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? Be sure to tune in next week for our next journey.